everyone. Today is November 25th. It is a Saturday, 9:45 a.m. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Quote Wars. Let's take a look at the markets. All right, anyways, we got a bull run going. Altcoins are moving up, in terms of BTC. We could see another breakout, kind of like we saw earlier this year. It's kind of hard to say, just be patient with it and, hodl, right? Don't do anything type thing. But, when you look at it, BTC is rubbing against 9,000 too, and it's just like forever growing, right? It's like this unstoppable force at this point. And right when you think it's going to pull back, it just doesn't, right? Because there's these piranhas underneath that are just ready to pick it up. And we're seeing like some serious, serious flow. Intuitions are getting involved, and there's just so much going on right now. Once this hype does kind of overflow, it might be a good time to take profits. But at the same time, in crypto, it's never really been a good time to take profits. I think it's one of those things where, this currency might replace the monetary system we know. So it never fails to surprise. I mean, I remember when I first got into it, like before anyone like even knew it existed. And like, not anyone, but a lot of people. And it's just like, I thought it was going to have this type of growth. Like it was going to take over, like replace money as we know it, right? But then it happens and it like shocks you so bad that it's actually happening. It's like, how is this actually happening, right? So, you get high hopes when it's nothing, and then you kind of, you just can't believe that it's actually happening. So, and also, as far as what I'm doing, I started a little company called Cryptocentric. I hope to have like my own center around cryptocurrency. It's gonna be interesting how it turns out. It's not like a for sure thing, but like for example, I'm hosting an event December 16th at the Strathallan Hotel. If you're in the Rochester area, you should attend. You can get tickets through my site. But one thing I do notice is as I'm doing this and I'm trying to inform people, and it is difficult because you can lead a mule to water, but you can't make it drink, right? You can show them the way, but you can't make them open the door. I can show them the door, but I can't make them open it. And one thing I've noticed is that it's very frustrating because people think that they're doing me a favor by talking to me and by meeting with me and all this stuff, right? And they pick my brain, they get out in some information, and I'm fine about that. I'm all about spreading the word. But it's frustrating because if I don't compensate for this time, how do I harness that time and, then inform more people about the crypto space through that compensation? So it's one of those things where I only look to compensate not for my own benefit, but for the benefit of informing even more people, right? And so, driving home, people, maybe I should drive home, by coming to this event, you're supporting like crypto awareness, right? And it is what people are doing by going. Because again, like it's only worth my time so much. And that's the frustration I've had is that people think that they're doing me a favor. And, there's a lot of times where I'm like, I don't need to do this, don't need to inform the public. I don't need to help people get involved. And then, so when I go to charge people or compensate for them, they're very hesitant. It's like, that's the whole problem is they're hesitant to get involved in the space. Okay, you're also hesitant to get involved. By the time that you're ready, it's too late, right? So it's frustrating on my half, and I'm just sharing that. But, I don't, I'm not, like I said, I'm not begging people. It doesn't matter to me. Like, if people show up, awesome. Like, they'll be, informing themselves to a greater degree and being part of a community that can be something that can be very large, So, it'll be interesting how it turns out, good or bad turnout. I'm not really too relying on it, or, it doesn't really matter to me. It really doesn't. So, and I think that's something I have to like drive to people now because the frustration is becoming more apparent, the more I'm involved in it. And but that's any work, right? Anything you're trying to sell or whatever, it gets frustrating. But the reason I think it's more frustrating is because I don't need people's business. Although, like, I don't even look as business, right? I look at it as me trying to inform and help them because the knowledge is priceless, right? The payout that you receive for actually going full-fledged into the space, all in type stuff, like that's where you're gonna get the reward from, not from me. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not like I'm selling a product, right? But I don't know. And it's just, I think too, it's just so frustrating because, for example, people will pay 15 grand for a semester to be in debt. It's like, what are you doing? To learn nothing. No real world capabilities, no real world anything. So you're willing to pay over 100,000 for your child to get stupider at college, getting drunk, and whatever. I don't know what the statistic of how many women are raped at colleges, but paying for your daughter to get raped at school. That's all I'm saying. So the frustration for me is that the idiocracy of Americans, and not even Americans, but mankind in general, and it's not judging anyone, but it's just frustrating because people are they're out there begging for a solution, whether it's their work, their income, whatever. Then you give it to them and they say, I don't know if I want to get involved. It's like, look, man, there's no way out with this, so you have a choice. And you can't, that's what's so difficult. I can show them the door, but I can't make them walk through it. And, for example, there's some people that do, like, but the thing is the percent is 1 out of 100 at this point in my eyes, or 1 out of 50 that are really willing to say, hey, I'm going to be involved in the crypto space. And what scares me is that people will get involved once everyone's involved, and then then price crashes at those points because they're thinking I just want to get involved now. They're not doing it because they actually believe in the technology or what it could do. They just see the dollars behind it. But just expressing my own frustrations and also some progression in the company I'm trying to create. I mean, it's definitely progressing, but if it doesn't work out, I'm not killing myself. I haven't signed any deals or nothing, or lease or something, so I'm okay. It's just that people think they're doing me a favor for giving me their time, and it's starting to really frustrate me. So, I just want to set up meetings and stuff with people that act like they're annoyed. I don't know. Maybe it's just people at their work. Maybe they don't enjoy their work like I do, right? So they're just like they have this sort of negative attitude or perspective or perception on everything because they don't enjoy their jobs. Because I'm so passionate about what I do, it's like insane. And that's why when people don't share that passion with me, it's like get the fuck out of my face, right? Because because I've driven so much of my life into it. Like they don't understand, like day in and day out, morning to night. Like, so if you don't share the passion that I do for something that could really help society and mankind, and you don't not only want to contribute, if you just don't want to contribute, like then don't. Just go home. Do what you did every day. Watch television, drink beer, go to work, go through the motions, right? See where your life ends up. But I'm giving the door, so whoever wants to walk through it can. And, just something I'd like to share. And, I think I have to be more forward with people about that at this point. Just start, really informing them like, hey, I don't have to give up my time to do this. Look, if you guys want to help create this idea, then great, we can do it. But if not, fine. I'm going to go back to living my life. You'll go back to living your life. And that's it, right? So I don't know. I'm not trying to like sit here and whine, but it's just frustration, So, because I've been trying to do this forever, and that's why it's so frustrating. Because I did this at the beginning and nobody listened. I'm doing it now and nobody's listening. I'm going to do it, And then when everyone does listen, it's too late. They won't listen to me saying, hey, don't do it. Like get gold or something. I'll be telling them. They'll be like, no, crypto. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like a natural thing in life where people just follow people. So it's like I only can do so much, But, you know, if you get a couple handful of people, or you bring them towards what's right, and you make, you know, a couple lives better, I guess it's worth it at the end of the day. So that's all I got to say.